Hello everybody, my name is Dutchy, welcome to the channel, and let's get right into this video. Now this video is going to be all about Overwatch 2, and I personally think that Overwatch 2 is actually a really good step forward. They obviously are screwing a few things up in my opinion, but at the same time I actually think that they are sort of on the right track if they want to try to keep Overwatch alive. Because Overwatch 1 right now is completely dead. Also, just one little quick thing, I have a bit of a cold today, so if I sound strange, that's probably why. Anyway, let's get right into the video, and this is all you need to know about Overwatch. Let's start off with some of the obvious ass things. Overwatch 2 is going to be completely free to play. If you haven't played it before, you can just download it and jump right in. The only catch though is, if you've never played Overwatch before, you will need to actually unlock all the heroes. Now, unlocking all the heroes could actually take quite a while, around about 100 games to unlock all the old heroes. That doesn't actually mean the new heroes. So Keriko, for example, is one of the new heroes you'll actually have to unlock with either the Battle Pass, or you can basically complete challenges after the season is over. Now, originally I thought this was actually kind of bad, because that means you can't counterpick against certain things, like for example, going up against a Junkrat, you would quickly choose a Pharah, because Pharah can easily deal with the Junkrat most of the time. But, well, now you kinda can't do that. But it's actually not as bad as I thought, because most new players will always go up against newer players, meaning that, you'll actually be pretty safe against counter picks like that. Not only that, most newer players won't actually know how to counter certain heroes. For example, that, Pharah Junkrat pick I was just talking about, a lot of newer players will not know that. Now, with competitive, for example, you actually need to win 50 games. Now, most players will roundabout win 50% of their games and lose 50% of their games. So that means that they should have unlocked all their original heroes by the time that they actually start playing competitive. Which means it's actually not too much of a bad thing when it comes to competitive. And I actually really like this change from, in place of being level 20 or whatever it was in Overwatch 1, you actually need to win 50 games, meaning that you actually have a proper understanding of the game. Well, a little bit of a proper understanding anyway. Now you can actually also get the Watch Point pack, which allows you to basically skip all of that and, well, get you all the characters unlocked immediately, including the new hero, Keriko. You also get the Battle Pass, a bunch of other skins, and also 2,000 coins for you to buy other things. Now, Overwatch has also promised that every second season will get a new hero, apart from the first two seasons where we actually get a hero per season. So honestly, this is a really nice change, because we had a massive drought in Overwatch when it comes to heroes ever since Echo came out. I mean, Echo was an amazing, character to release, but after that we just had no characters whatsoever. So it's really nice to actually know that we will be getting regular characters once again. Now, I really don't want to creep anyone out at the moment, but supposedly there's a killer on the loose at the moment who is killing people who aren't subscribing to Overwatch YouTube channels. Luckily for you, this is technically an Overwatch YouTube channel, so if you subscribe, I'm sure you'll be safe. Now, obviously, there's going to be 5v5 now in place of the 6v6 we're used to in Overwatch 1. And also, there's going to be the passives, which are actually kind of interesting. Now, for example, DPSs, every time they get a kill or an elimination, they get a speed buff by 25%, but they also reload 25% faster. The tanks, they actually get a reduced knockback, and they also get reduced ultimate charge when you shoot them. And obviously the healers get one of the coolest passives of all, which is just being able to heal themselves when they're out of combat. Now this is definitely really handy for characters that already heal themselves quite a bit, because, well, you technically get an extra boost in healing when you're not in combat for a few seconds. Especially with Brigitte or Moira, because they can actually either fade out of it, or they can just put up their shield for a while and the passive regeneration will start. And there's one more cool passive that everybody gets, which is 30% of your ultimate charge will be kept when you swap a hero. So if you get 60% ultimate charge, well, the hero you swap out to will have 30% when you pick them. But if you, for example, only have 20% ultimate charge, that hero will only have 20%, or the equivalent of how much that is for that hero. Now, every few seasons we're going to actually get some new game modes as well, which I'm actually really looking forward to. And the newest game mode at the moment is Push, which is basically a map where there's a robot in the middle that you have to push to the enemy lines. Now, this robot actually pushes a barrier, and once the barrier goes a certain amount, or the robot goes a certain amount, you get a new spawn point as well. Now, if you can't actually push the robots to the enemy's side like fast enough, so the time basically expires, don't worry, if you would have actually pushed it further than the enemy, you would have won the game. Fairly basic, but it's actually a really fun game mode in my opinion. Now they have actually also removed some game modes, and that is the 2CP maps. Now a lot of people did not like the 2CP maps and they thought it was a terrible game mode. In my opinion, most of the newer 2CP maps were kind of stupid, but the older 2CP maps like Volskaya Industries and Hanamura were probably actually some of my favorite maps, weirdly enough. So rest in peace Hanamura and Volskaya. The other maps not so much. There's also a really cool new system, which is the ping system. A lot of other games have had this, so you should roundabout know how it works. You basically ping an area or you ping an enemy, and people will know what you're talking about in place of you going like, hey, he's over there. You know, like right there, dude. You don't even see him, like he's right there. Like in place of doing that, you can literally just ping it and be like, oh yeah, bro, he's over there. But you do it with a ping, so people actually know what the hell you're talking about. Now let's talk about the Battle Pass and the shop. Now the Battle Pass will basically unlock a whole bunch of skins. You guys should know the drill by now. I mean, Fortnite or Apex or basically everyone's got Battle Passes nowadays. And I like Battle Passes. I mean, you get quite a bit of skins and stuff out of it instead of you just, you know, buying a skin for 1,000 coins. You actually buy the season pass for 1,000 coins and you get a whole bunch of stuff. And since you're playing the game as well, you have a little bit of a progression feeling. So it's always nice, especially with that new Genji skin, which is the only mythic in the game at the moment, and that skin looks amazing. I really hope they actually add some skins for every other hero, but it's going to probably take a while for those mythic skins to come out for every hero. Now, the shop is a little bit weird for me. I mean, what I've seen so far from the shop, I'm a little bit skeptical about like if I like it or if I don't, because they are selling some of the old Overwatch skins for actual money now, and just knowing that I used to be able to get that for free, it doesn't feel right by me. But I do understand they need to make money, and well, the old skins, they can easily make money with it, so why not in one way? As long as they use that money to, you know, update Overwatch regularly and making sure that the game stays alive, I'll be happy with it. And not only that, they will most likely start adding some cool ass skins into the shop as well. Probably some mythic skins here and there, I reckon, because I don't think the mythic skins are going to stay exclusive for the Battle Pass. Also, the old Overwatch coins that you will get will be legacy coins, and these coins you can actually use in Overwatch 2 as well. Some of the prices are a little bit more expensive in Overwatch 2, so if you get a whole bunch of coins, you might want to use it in Overwatch 1. But what I have seen from some YouTubers as well is that you can actually use some of those skins to buy some of the newer skins that are in Overwatch 2. Now, I'm not too sure if this is like a weird bug or something like that, or if this is actually intended by them to reward Overwatch 1 players for playing the game for so long. I kind of hope it's, you know, the second one, because it'll just be nice for Overwatch to do that to veterans. That'd be great. Now, Overwatch 2 also has cross progression, which basically means that you can actually cross progress from your PlayStation or your Xbox, and then basically be able to jam straight onto PC and have all your skins that you had on your console. This will also transfer stuff like your rank and etc, and all your emotes, basically everything you had on your PlayStation, you'll be able to get on your PC now, which is really nice, so you don't have to fully restart when you go onto a PC, because I know a lot of PlayStation users or a lot of Xbox users want to go to PC, because in my opinion the best Overwatch experience is on PC. But just saying, don't worry, this also counts the other way around, so if you're on PC you can play on the PlayStation and you can just keep switching like in between them whenever you want. So there's no restriction as in like, oh no, I gotta only play on PC now because I just transferred my account. Because it's not a transfer, it's just cross progression. Which, yeah, basically means if you play on the PC for a while and you feel like playing on PlayStation, you can play on the PlayStation whenever you want. Now let's talk about the defense matrix. Now, not D.Va's ability, which is also the defense matrix, but the ability for the Overwatch team to actually get rid of toxic players and also some cheaters, smurfs and all of that. Now, basically what this does is it allows them to record your voice, record everything that's been said in the game with chat. Now, if you're way out of line and you're saying some, well, maybe like racist stuff or something along those lines, they will actually be able to follow you up with that and actually be able to ban you pretty easily. Now, I'm not too sure if stuff like ease game will be toxic enough for you to actually get banned. I wouldn't assume so, but you know, saying stuff like that might piss people off, and you might have said something else in the match that the defense matrix will actually pick up as being toxic, and you might actually get banned. So maybe try be a little bit nicer in Overwatch 2, even though I know the Overwatch community can be a little bit toxic, but you know, it's just part of the whole thing. But yeah, hopefully that gets sorted pretty nicely and it won't be spammed too much with people being banned left and right just for no reason. It also actually helps against smurfs because of the whole system where you have to actually play and win 50 games for you to actually get into competitive, which means that there will be a lot less smurfs because most of the time smurfs will go to something like gold, and if they're actually a master player they will basically demolish everyone in gold because, well, they're a master player. And just having that whole system where you have to actually win 50 matches and play 50 matches, it will sort of like root out a lot of the smurfs that will be in, well, gold instead of their proper rank, which would probably be masters or something. Now you will also actually need to enter in your phone number, so you will be able to get a message that allows you to actually play Overwatch. Now this will basically make it a lot harder for a lot of smurfs to actually make multiple accounts. You will still be able to do it if you have multiple phones, but it's just another little step for, you know, anti-smurfing. Especially now that it's free to play. I actually weirdly enough feel like we're gonna see less smurfs now than we did in Overwatch 1, especially on like consoles like PlayStation, because on PlayStation you basically had the game 100 times if you just made 100 different accounts and you had Overwatch on one of those accounts. And obviously we have to talk about PVE quickly. Now PVE is not going to be coming out in Overwatch 2 immediately. We're actually going to have to wait a little while for Overwatch to release the PVE. There will be a sort of Junkenstein's Revenge mode coming out very soon, but it's actually Junkenstein's Revenge, like Revenge of the Bride or something like that. And well, it will be interesting, but yeah, we won't get any proper PVE stuff for a little while anyway. Now, when the PvE does come out, I really hope it's going to be good. I feel like it will be good because they said they're going to actually add like a full-fledged story into it and a full campaign, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, just for the story alone, I mean, Overwatch's lore is pretty damn cool. And if you've read any of the comics, you know what I'm talking about. Or hell, even if you've just seen some of the shorts, they have amazing shorts. So just getting more story of Overwatch is always welcome. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Leave a like if you guys feel like it, and subscribe. Oh, and let me know if I did forget anything. And, well, just comment down below and I'll pin your comment. And, well, hopefully you guys have a good one. Bye!